So, I have another book haul, and most of them I got for very, very cheap again, and others I paid full price for. I'm broke, but I'm happy broke. So, yeah. So, even holding them all on camera doesn't justify all of them, but I have a stack of books that I've collected over the last couple of months, and we are going to go through every single one, and some of them have some really, really stunning, beautiful covers. So the first one we are going to talk about is, so the book is Blackout, and this is by 6 different authors who have all written one book. I've got this from a charity shop, brand new copy, and it has black kind of edges and the blurb of, when a heat wave plunges New York City into darkness, spark flies for 13 teenagers caught up in the blackout. A first meeting, long-term friends, bitter exes, and maybe the beginning of something new. When the lights go out, people reveal hidden truths, love blossoms, friendship transforms, and new possibilities take flight. So I'm kind of interested to read this one. I've seen this all over book Instagram and the YA hashtag, and a lot of people are reading it. They have like the one without the black edges. So yeah, the fact that I picked this up for £1 and brand new copy, hasn't been read, no crack in the spine, I'm really happy with that, and it sounds really interesting. It is a short read of under 300 pages, so probably in the winter, maybe December, I might read it January time. I don't know, because I've got like other books that I'm currently trying to get through and read. So that's the first book. So this book is an American copy. Again, brand new, hasn't been read. I don't have the first book, but a lot of people will be familiar with the first book, which is Zombie Queen, sorry, by Amanda Ashby. First book. This is the second book of Fairy Bad Fairy Bad Day, where she goes and she has to kill like fairies and one thing and another. So I've read a little bit of the blurb. I'm gonna see if I can get Zombie Queen on Kindle instead, just so I can kind of read the first one, because if not I'll be reading the second one and then we kind of won't know. But again, I picked this up for £1 again, which was saving because I had a discount, so I used that to get this. So this is my life seriously couldn't get any worse. First, my rightful designation of Dragon Slayer was stolen right from under my nose by Curtis Green. Sure, he's really cute, but that doesn't give him an excuse. On top of that, I am assigned to slay fairies. I know what you're thinking. How hard could it be? Right, wrong. These menacing beasts with their tiny hipster clothes and mocking sarcasm love taunting me, and they won't stop. But the thing is that But the thing that tops my list of stuff to ruin my day, that would be the giant killer fairy that I have to hunt down and slay because I'm the only one who can see it. There is someone who can help me, unfortunately, it's Curtis. It's going to be a very bad day. So that sounds really interesting, kind of thing. So I'll get to this one at some point, but I'm not sure when. But I just thought that I probably won't see another copy of it again, and bearing in mind it's a US and Canada kind of copy, I was like, I'll just pick it up and add it to my to read file that is currently overgrowing. Now, the next book is, I have a little idea on what it's about. Again, I saw it years ago when I was a teenager, but never had copies myself. So I found book one in a charity shop, and that is Beautifully Dead by Eden McGraw. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but here's the author's name. And this is basically not alive, not dead, in between lie, the beautiful dead. Something strange is happening at something high. I can't pronounce every single word because of my LD, so I struggle. Jonas, Arizona, Summer, Phoenix, all dead within a year. Jonas Johnson is the first to die in a motorcycle accident, but there are many unanswered questions. and the three deaths that follows are equally mysterious. Grief-stricken Diana can't escape her heartache or visions of her dead boyfriend Phoenix and the others who died, and all the while the sound of beaten wings echoes inside her head. Are the visions real, or do the beautiful dead only exist in Diana's traumatized imagination? So yeah, so I found this and it reminded me of when I was a teenager that I wanted to read it. So I just thought, again, for £1, I would pick it up, and it's in really good condition as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to pick the others up in Kindle format because I don't know whether they'll still have this in print. Because my God, this was published in 2009. So yeah, 2009. So again, I have another series I picked the first book up to, which was Dark Touch, and I did haul that one. But I found the other, I think it's just the other three. Yeah, because there's 4 books in the series, so I found the other 3, which is Fever, Betrayal, and The Hunt. And again, I remember Dark, what was it? Shadows is the first book, which is just on here, which is in the cupboard that I do have. And on the spines they have like little patterns. So I think this is like a paranormal kind of dark series. I don't know too much about it, but I am gonna read them all. But at least all the covers match. Yeah, so again, I picked these all up for £1 each. They're in pretty good condition. I think this one hasn't been read, but I think these two have. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting into them, but they're kind of like dark, I think paranormal, maybe romance. I'm not 100% sure because the first book that I picked up didn't really give much away on the covers, but I had the first book that was free in like a teenage magazine when I was a teenager, and I never read it. I just let it go. So I regret not reading it, but then I found all these years later, and I picked up the first one a while ago, and someone donated like the rest. Well, they donated the whole series, but I already had the first book, so I just picked up these 3 that I didn't have to go in the series. So I was really kind of happy about that, and they're in good condition as well. So the next 3 books that I have are to do with vampires, werewolves, fairies, shape shifters. Again, I saw these books when I was a teenager, and I didn't really have them or could afford to have them. But is it Becca Fitzpatrick? I'm sorry if I butchered that. Kind of, I think she's read these and praised them from the Hush Hush, which I do have the Hush Hush series that I might do a review on. But now I'm thinking it, because like I've got 2 of the Hush Hush books in hardback and 1 in paperback, and then I've got 1 on Kindle, but I want to get the physical copy. So I'm thinking that I'm going to hang on to those copies even if I don't like them, because the hardbacks are really pretty and really nice. But going back to these series of werewolves and stuff, it would remind me a bit of like the vampire kind of series and stuff. So I was like, because you get 2 for £2, so you're kind of saving money, and with the discount as well. So we've got Paranoid something I can't pronounce, which is, I think this is book 1, I'm not 100% sure, in good condition as well, as only had the spines cracked in the middle. Endlessly, which again the covers are really pretty. So to find these after all these years, and then we have Supernatural, and these are all by Kristen Wright. So again, I'm super excited, and yeah, it has the paranormal commitment agency with her shapeshifter boyfriend. So if you're into like vampires, werewolf, fairies, shapeshifters, this series is going to be up your alley, and the covers are really cute and pretty as well. I'm not sure if these are still in print, because again, I have a feeling these are like so old. First published in paperback in 2011, but believe it or not, this one's first edition, so I didn't know that. first edition 2012. 2012 was a good year for books, just because a lot came out. I miss 2012. And this is first edition, and this was in 2011, so I picked up some first edition books, so that's really good. I didn't know that. So I'm trying not to keep you guys too long in the book haul, but the next book I have is in where I live in Norwich. They have like a new bookshop that popped up called the Book Hive, and I went in there and I bought 2 books out of the Book Hive. So we'll talk about the first one. This is YA Young Adult, The Missing Hours. She Can't Remember, He Won't Let Her Forget by Julia. Can't pronounce the name, but there's the name if you want to know. From a distance, Claudia something has it all. The famous family, the trust fund, thousands of Instagram followers, and a spot in New York, NYU's freshman class. But then, one drunken night, everything changes. Her memories hazy. Claudia cuts herself off from her family, seeking solace in a new friendship. But when the rest of the schools come back from spring break, Claudia is missing. So that, when I read the back and I looked at the cover, it completely and utterly drew me in, and I was like, do you know what? For $8.99, I picked it up and I was like, yeah, I want to have this. So I'm hoping to review this one on my channel at some point. I have so many books to get through and so many library ones. Not every single book I read I don't review. I only read the books that I think that are unique, that don't get enough love and attention. So yeah, this is going to be one of them. And I have a lot more in the cupboard over there that I've already read, but I want to reread and do a review on, especially like Alice in the World book, Amanda Hockin ones, the Meg Cabot, Awaken, Underworld, and then what else was there? There was like Underwater by Abby something. That was a really unique book, so I want to review that one. But moving on to the next one, which is, the cover is absolutely stunning, and I picked it up for that reason, just because the cover was stunning. And this is When Stars Come Out by Scarlett Sinclair. So, and this is the international edition. I have no idea what that means, but again, it's super pretty. I think it's first or maybe 10th edition, but yeah, so I'm absolutely stunned by the cover. The cover is so pretty. It reminds me a bit like Alice in the World Fated series, where they had like the birds on the front. But they say the night through humans' eyes is beautiful, peaceful even, but I am not human, and when stars come out, so do the dead and those who hunt them. Honora Shelby can see the dead and turn spirits into gold coins, 2 things she would prefer to keep secret as she tries to lead a normal life at a new school. After all, she didn't change her identity for nothing. But hiding her weirdness is just one of the many challenges. By the end of her first day, she claimed the soul of a dead girl on campus and lost her coin. Turns out the coin gives others ability to steal souls. And when a classmate ends up dead, there's no mistaking the murder weapon. For Honora, navigating the loss of her papa, the mistrust of her mother, the attention of gorgeous and humorous shy, and the gossip from an anonymous student app threatening to expose her are hard enough. Now she must find the person who stole her coin before more lives are lost. But that means making herself a target for the Order, an organisation that governs the dead, and they want aura and the powers for themselves. My god, I didn't realise the book was like that deep, but you know, as I say, with each chapter as well, you've got like these pretty kind of birds. So, and at the end, so to have like, you know, each chapter to have like pretty birds and stuff. So yeah, I kind of read the back. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it was the cover and the title more than anything, just because anything pretty spacey, hippie, that kind of thing I kind of like. So when stars come out, it really drew me, and the birds and the trees. So I think that even if I do turn out and I hate this book and I don't like it, I think I'm still going to keep it just for the sake of the cover because it is gorgeous. Now, the next book I'm going to talk about is a pre-order that I got from Waterstones, and I got my pre-order late, but it doesn't really matter anyway. I've heard mixed reviews about this. Some people like the book, some people don't. So this is Vamps In Darkness They Shine, Fresh Blood, and this is kind of like a vampire book and stuff. And again, when I read the blurb a while ago, I kind of wanted to read it anyway because I kind of really like the vampire. I have the Vampire Diary, sorry, and I like the Vampire Diaries along with the 100 and Pretty Little Liars. So I was like, I really want to try this, but I've never lasted a single drop of another person's blood. That explains why you smell so intoxicantly human. You're going to love it, trust me. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna read the blurb. So, you're so blessed with. Sorry. You're so blessed with immense speed, strength, acute senses, supernatural abilities, and something special talents. This year is particularly special. For the first time in our history, a Dolphin has been given a place at Vamps. Welcome to Vamps, an elite academy in the Swiss Alps for the children of the wealthiest and most powerful vampire families. Dylan is an outsider, a something, half vampire, half human, sent to Vamps to learn to nurture his vampire side. Thrown in at the deep end, he must embrace his fangs if he is to survive. But blood never lies, and there is something special in Dylan's veins. That the others do not have. And as his power grows, so does the target on his back. So yeah, I mainly got it for the vampire thing and the reminder of the Vampire Diaries and stuff. So again, the cover's really dark and really pretty, so that was another reason why I kind of was drawn to it. Coming down to the last two books that I have in hardback that I saw a lot of, all over Instagram, on Epic Reads and stuff, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to get these two books and I'm going to review them on my channel, and even if I don't like them, I'm going to keep them because the covers, with the hardbacks are really pretty. So the first one is Breathe and Count Back from 10, and there's the author's name. And let's see what this one is about. Veronica has always dreamed of being a mermaid. When she's in the water, the pain caused by her hip disperses, fades, and people can't see the scars from her numerous surgeries. On land, things are less clear. First, there's her cute new neighbour, Alex, who she's fallen hard for but is afraid to get close to. And then, amazingly, a spot opens up at Mermaid Cove, a local Florida attraction where professional mermaids perform underwater. But she would have to lie to her overprotective something parents to audition, even if she could convince them that she could handle the job's physical demands. Being a mermaid is not exactly the ambitious future they have in mind for her, and God forbid if they knew what she was up to with Alex. Then Veronica discovers that her parents have sheltered her from the full truth of her medical condition, so maybe it's time for all the secrets to come out and for her to make her own choices on her own terms, because who is in charge of her body and her life anyway? So yeah, this is a really, really cute book, and I love the cover and everything. You have like a little photo in the back of the author, and I don't think there's anything special under the dust jacket. It's just plain with thingy. But yeah, so I pre-ordered this, and it took over 2 weeks to turn up, but I finally got it. So again, this one will be reviewed and put on my channel. And the last book that I have as well, that was another pre-order, the Waterstones were meant to do, but they never sent my pre-order out, so I ordered this from Amazon in the end, and they had it, is The Edge of Summer by Eric George. and or Georgie. Anyway, I saw this all over Instagram and I was like, the cover's really pretty, it's in hardback, the spine's, really nice. And I was like, I really want to get that. So when, like, eventually, because I don't have any bookshelves, they will look so cute together with all my hardbacks. So yeah. So this book is about a girl who wants to finish like a college list kind of thing that she had with a friend, and she wants to like save whales and stuff like that. So it's a really good summer, like I think it's a really good summer read, and the cover is just absolutely stunning and I'm in love with it. But yeah, when I eventually get around to this, this will be another one that I will review on my channel. So that is basically all of the books that I've got over the last couple of months, and I'll start accumulating them again for the next book haul. Yeah, so I can't wait to you know, kind of read these and review them. So any support, subscribe or anything, as my channel is a gaming channel slash a book channel for the two things that I love doing. So thank you.